Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I love to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, double honors to Elder Tahar, and the rest of the elders that are firmly pushing this truth. As always, peace and blessings unto the elect. All right, so this is a part two to my lesson that I made yesterday. I just posted it. My laptop had died, so I'm just picking back up from where I left off at. And it was this article right here. It says the World Bank warns the risk of a global recession is rising as central banks worldwide raise rates simultaneously. And it says here, inflation is raging in countries around the world, from the U.S. to Australia. And the World Bank is warning that in an attempt to rein in skyrocketing prices, central banks could cause some serious pain for consumers, which consumers are already experiencing great miseries, as was prophesied in the scriptures when you read 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter and the 50th verse. People are already experiencing great woes because of what's happening in the world, especially over here in America. Thought I tapped in. All right, 2nd Ezra 8. All right, 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." So ultimately, this was prophesied to happen, that people will experience miseries in the last days, and this is one of them, because food is one of the essentials of life that you need to survive on the earth. This is Sirach chapter 29 and verse 21. It says here, the chief thing for life is bread and clothing and a house to cover shame. See that? So that's one of the chief things for life. That's one of the essentials of life. Water, bread, clothing, and a house to cover shame. And you have people that are actually taking out loans to pay for groceries. All right, maxing out credit cards. That's how bad it is out here. Because gas is already high, which gas, went down, but it's gonna raise back up again. Right? Your energy bill skyrocketing. You got all these bills you have to pay. Man, school is back. So people are paying tuition for the children to go to school. All these things play. All these things are factors. All these things are factors. So really, people really about to pull their children from school. Man, people gonna have to cut down. People are gonna have to cut down on their way of living, and that's humbling. And Heavenly Father is greatly humbling you people. All you people that's living your best life. Well, your best life is about to turn into your worst life, especially when like October, November hit. That's when it's going to be rap. and Yahweh Ratazah, that's when we really see big shit happening. All right, because I know in October, Starbucks is supposed to be going cashless. Starbucks cashless. Yep. Starbucks is supposed to be going cashless. Fact check. Starbucks has not said. It said that it's going cashless. Man, they lying. No, Starbucks is not going cashless. Now it's saying that Starbucks is not going cashless. And it's talking about a post misled, a misleading post. It's all good. We'll see what happens. But anyway, so it says here, the world may be edging toward a global recession in 2023. World Bank researchers wrote in a new study published on Thursday. Their argument is based on the idea that the global economy has slowed dramatically this year, but at the same time, the world is experiencing one of the most dramatic episodes of monetary and fiscal policy tightening of the past 5 decades as governments and central bank officials around the world battle inflation simultaneously. That's right. And why is that? Because the dollar is weak. All right, the dollar was originally strong when it was backed up by gold, because that's real riches. When you read the scriptures, go ahead and grab that in the book of Genesis, the 13th chapter. Our gold and silver, that's real money. Genesis chapter 13. And that's why you see all these different people are trying to heap up silver and gold. Hey, but guess what? Your silver or gold ain't going to save you. What's going to save you is being righteous. That's ultimately what's going to save you. This is Proverbs 11 and verse 4. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness deliver from death. So ultimately, that's what's going to deliver you. Righteousness, not your silver or your gold. This is Genesis 13 and 1. And Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. You see that? So that's real. That's real money right there. That's real riches. Cattle, silver, and gold. Substance. Yeah, because you got niggas flashing designer clothing, cars, foreign cars. They think that that's riches. That's not true riches. What are you going to do with a Lambo car in the time of a famine? What are you going to do with a damn designer clothing when you ain't got no food, in your stomach to eat? That's not going to mean a damn thing. I'd rather have an abundance of food, right? I'd rather have an abundance of cattle, right? Animals. I'd rather have all of those things, right? A nice farmland. I'd rather have those things than a damn Lambo. And that's what Esau is doing. Man, Esau and these Jakes that are like in an Edomite mindset, man, that's what they're doing. They're either leaving America, right, or they're like going like to the outskirts of their cities, or they go into a country. Man, they ain't worried about driving no foreign cars. They ain't worried about getting no designer clothing. But that's a smart mindset. But niggas not smart. They don't know what's going on. They Jake. They Jake. All right, so this is Genesis 47 and verse 15. It says, and when money fell in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. You see that? So the money done fell in America. Right? They printing all this money. This is a fiat currency. They don't have no gold backing up their dollar. They're printing money out of thin air. They're spending money on things. They're spending money that they don't have, right? And they're wondering why. And they're wondering why this place is going through a recession, or this place is on the brink of a recession. So you go into the word fulfill. It says to be complete, be finished, be at an end. That's right. It's done. It's completed. It's finished. The Heavenly Father has numbered this kingdom and finished it. Pursuant to Daniel 5 and verse 26. So salvation is clearly at the door. America is not going to last for too much longer. It's barely lasting right now. It's barely standing right now. This is Matthew chapter 16, starting verse 1. It says, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather. It will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but ye cannot discern the signs of the times. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh for a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed. You see that? So if you're a wise man, you will understand, or you will see the times that we're in. All right, that's why the Lord was getting on them. He was like, well, listen, you can clearly see when it's about to be fair weather, when you have these things leading up to it, right? you say like, damn, it's evening time. It's like, damn, it's fair weather. The sky is red. It's gonna be a good day. So how can you not discern that we're at the end of this world? We're clearly at the end of this world. We're at the end of Esau's world. So for guys to say that we have 5, 10, 15 more years here, it doesn't make any sense. When you have all the prophecies coming to pass, and it's coming in full circle. Let me grab this in Matthew, the 24th chapter. Because salvation is right there at the door. Matthew chapter 24. Matthew the 24th chapter and verse 32. It says, now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, you know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. You see that? Know that it is near, even at the door. Salvation is clearly at the door. So we ain't going to be waiting too much longer here. If you're measuring the time right, you will see that we don't have a long stride here. Yahweh Ratazah, Yahweh Ratazah, the Heavenly Father, bring this place to a closing end. We're almost up out of here. All right, so Yahweh Ratazah, if you brothers and sisters were edified, till next time, Shalom.